What is up, replays? Welcome to my live. I was rushing. I didn't let the countdown go down all the way because I gotta hurry up. I just finished homeschooling and my husband will be home soon. But I want to talk about this because I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. And it's new information, but it's new videos, but I wanted to talk about it the day of. I just didn't have the time. So now I'm here to talk about it because I came across some more stuff that I want to talk about. I said, you know what, girl, get on live and talk about it because making a video is going to take too long. And I just want to do a quick chat anyway. Okay. So today we are talking about Cam Newton and Dr. Cheyenne, and also Dr. Cheyenne and Nick Cannon. It's like she did a double whammy for the community. She really put these two men in their place, and I am loving seeing it happen. But are they listening? That's why I titled this the thumbnail, Are They Listening? Because I don't think they are. I think once you get to a point where you have too many people condoning your actions and playing your game, it's going to be hard for you to turn around. Is Jesus is going to have to come out, pop out and show ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Jesus is going to have to pop out and show you something. And even with that happens, you have a choice of listening or not. But let's go over to StreamYard and see if I can play these videos. And if I get a copyright, oh well, it is what it is. You know how that goes. All right. Let's head over to StreamYard. Okay. Okay, I think you can hear me now. Let's go ahead and add that. Okay, so I have a few videos that I want to show, and we're gonna start with Cam. Now let's start with Nick. Should we start with Nick? I forget which one I wanted to start with, but um uh, let's start with Cam. Let's start with Cam. Okay, let's go.
High function.
What situation?
Okay, so I'm not married. I have beautiful children.
How many?
Eight.
By how many women?
Three. And this is the kicker. I want more.
By multiple women? What's the intent?
I
I'm just
just
saying,
want
or by
God to
your
bring
wife?
them. I just want God to bring them.
Oh, okay.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it. I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action based. You're not taking your time.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action based. You have 8 kids
Yeah.
with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay. So you're creating, in disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, but you are proactively choosing where you want.
A lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
Okay, so I'm not married. I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
By how many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more.
By multiple women? What's the intent?
I
I'm
just
just saying,
want
or
God
by
to
your
bring
wife?
them. I just want God to bring them.
Oh, okay.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it. I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action based. You're not taking your time.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action based. You have 8 kids
Yeah.
with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay. So you're creating, in disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, but you are proactively choosing where you want.
A lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
Okay, so I'm not married. I have.
Okay. So I let that play a couple of times because I just wanted you to get the gist of it. If you missed something, You can catch it again on the replay. But there's another video. This is a video that I had to go search for real quick. But I thought I saved another video where she like really breaks it down. But this guy, like, men with money, I get it, I get it, I get it. You're afforded a lot of things other men aren't. But does that mean that you should do it? Same thing with Nick Cannon. Just because you can't have a bunch of kids with a bunch of different women doesn't mean that you should. What was wrong with Nick Cannon finding one woman? Because Nick Cannon set this up. He set his situation up. Not Cam. I believe Cam was just in relationships and pregnancies happen, but Nick Cannon purposely set up women where he can have children with them, like some type of arrangement. Cam, God, there's nothing good. There's nothing that's going to come from, nothing good, excuse me, nothing good that's going to come from making children with different women in different homes. Those children are always going to want their father around. Always. So even if you're a good dad, you're doing the FaceTime, you're making phone calls, it doesn't matter. If you're not there when that kid is having a bad day, like right there to hug them and console them, it's not going to matter. Kids are very, very sensitive. Kids are very, very emotional. We like to say big emotions and little bodies because I have two little ones. And that's exactly how it is. Until they get a certain age, they're not able to really control their emotions. So they're all over the place. I just remember I grew up in a fatherless home. And to be honest with you, my mom never made it seem like we were missing anything. So I grew up around so many different kids with different fathers, not different fathers, so many kids that did not have the fathers in the home that I literally thought it was normal not to have a dad. I thought it was normal. I didn't miss my dad. My mother never said nothing about him. So it was like I didn't have any animosity to this day. I don't have any animosity for that dude. That's just how my mother brought me up. Like she never said anything negative. She didn't plant any bad seeds. So now I'm not saying that I have understanding as to why he wasn't there. I'm just saying I don't have any animosity. I'm not running around being angry because I don't have a father. Now, if I did have a father and he just chose not to be there, he chose to have other families and have families all over the world, because I know people like that too, where they have lots of siblings from different mothers and they call them their brother and sisters, but you can see that there is a yearning to just want the family together. They all want to be together. So I like how Dr. Cheyenne broke it down to him, telling him he's creating all these broken homes because he truly is. If I find the other clip, which I probably won't. I'm not gonna go looking for it. But they go watch the whole interview. I heard it's very good because Cam is speaking about him not wanting kids, but not wanting marriage because he's afraid of divorce. But to me, what's the difference? What's the difference? Men are getting with women and they are, let me go back so I can see. Okay, men are getting with women. They are doing all the things that they married couples do. They are having sex. They are having a lot of times joint bank accounts, or they're sharing finances. Uh, what else do married couples do? I mean, the only thing that's different from marriage and these relationships that men are carrying on with women is that you don't have to go to the court to break up. But a lot of times, if you have kids involved, someone is going to the courts, and it's usually the women. So either way you look at it, the court's involved. Why not just try to make it work with the one lady, the one baby mama? Maybe you have two, okay, but don't go around making multiple kids with multiple women because it's trash. And I hear people online having the argument that what's the argument that during divorce she takes half of everything you got. Can we be honest? Can like we be seriously honest? These ninjas ain't got no money. I'm not talking about all of them, but the majority of them, you don't have no real assets, boo boo. You don't even own a home. Like nobody's gonna make you sell your car, but you what a lot of these dudes don't even have bank accounts. So what are we really saying here? What are we really talking about? Men like to project. They like to see themselves where they want to be. That's not necessarily them taking the actions to get there, but they like to see themselves where they want to be, like, oh, I'm gonna be this big time rapper or businessman. A lot of them don't even know how to write a 99% of them don't even know how to write a business plan. They don't have any they working at Best Buy. They're working at Best Buy and Walmart. No, disclaimer, I'm not talking about all of you, but a lot of the ones that I run into, like with my, I don't even want to call them friends, but like women that I meet, associates, that we have conversations with, their baby daddies ain't doing nothing. So, what is this that you don't want to get married and lose half of your ish? Like half of what, dude? You ain't got nothing to lose. Cam, he has a lot to lose, but that means he needs to make better decisions. He has to make better decisions in life regardless because he's $1 million man. He has $1 million businesses, so he needs to make better decisions on who he does business with, and that should carry over to his life, his personal relationships too, because that's even more important. The lady that he's with, like, I don't want to talk about her like that, but she's very pick me ish. From the video that I saw, she was like, oh, I love to serve, 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 serve. All she kept saying is serve. I'm like, all right, girl, we get it. We don't care. Why are you trying to prove to us that you're a good woman? Like, prove it to him. Obviously, you haven't already because I thought they were engaged, but here we are. They're not engaged. So prove that ish to him, girl. We don't care. Serve your man. Serve your baby daddy and all his other baby mama's baby daddy because right now he's nothing to you but that that's crazy. But it looks like what I was trying to say, he has a good woman. So I don't know why he won't marry her. Let's go on to the next video with your boy Nick Cannon. Let me see. Make sure it's next. Okay, so here's Nick Cannon.
Have dealt with some people that balance me and are equally yoked. And at times, have I been manipulative and prey on certain things? Yes, because I'm a man.
Right. But not all men do that. We don't want to blanket all men.
And
all
I was
men
taking
do
advantage.
not prey and manipulate. Not all men.
First of all humans prey and manipulate, but in a man in a relationship,
not in a praying way. Not in a praying way.
If I see that I can say, okay, I feel like I need this and this person has this, I'm going to do and say whatever I need to do to get that.
But Nick.
So therefore, I have dealt with some people that balance me and are equally yoked. And at times, have I been manipulative and prey on certain things? Yes, because I'm a man.
Right. But not all men do that. We don't want to blanket all men.
And
all
I was
men
taking
do
advantage.
not prey and manipulate. Not all men.
First of all humans prey and manipulate, but in a man in a relationship,
in a praying way. Not in a praying way.
If I see that I can say, okay, I feel like I need this and this person has this, I'm going to do and say whatever I need to do to get that.
But Nick.
So therefore, I have dealt with some people that balance me and are equally yoked. And at times, have I been manipulative and prey on certain things? Yes, because I'm a man.
Right. But not all men do that.
Okay, sometimes I don't know where they start and end. But yeah, so I agree with Nick Cannon when he says that all humans manipulate. From the time you're a baby, you learn how to manipulate. But the difference between a child and an adult is an adult learns to be better. Adult learns the right way and the wrong way. You don't go around manipulating people. That is a bad person. So if you're manipulating people and you feel good about yourself, just know that you shouldn't. You're a bad person. You really are. Because especially when it comes to a woman's heart or a man's heart, because women do manipulate as well, you're just a bad person. Because that's one thing you don't play with. You don't play with someone's heart. That's why a lot of people out here end up unalive, because they run around playing with other people's emotions, and they think that that person's not going to do nothing about it. But what you have to, what's that called, a crime of passion? What you have to realize is when someone is in a heightened state of emotion, especially when it's anger or they feel betrayal, they will get you up out of here. They could be the nicest and the most calm person in the world, but that's why we have like 1,000 seasons of Snapped. I know Snapp's about women. Is it about women? But either way, they will get you up out of here. So Nick Cannon, he is another one. He is just, I talked about him a little earlier. To me, this is my theory with Nick Cannon though. He has lupus. And I believe that when he first got introduced to it, like found out that he had lupus, I and kept getting sick, because lupus will, you'll end up in a hospital. Tony Braxton has lupus, but I guess it made him feel kind of, I don't know the word. I do know the word, but it's at the tip of my brain. It just made him feel like he needed to do something. And that's when Nick Cannon, I have two theories. Okay, let me finish the first one. That's when Nick Cannon started making all the babies. I could be wrong, but here's my second theory. You remember when Nick Cannon was talking all that, I'm gonna say it's Hotep stuff. I don't know if it's Hotep. Please forgive me if I'm, you know, saying it wrong or misdirecting. But he was saying to the, the Yamaka people. I think that's what it's called, a yarmulke, the things that they wear on their heads. But he was saying to the yarmulke people that they aren't the real ones called by God, and that black people are the chosen ones. And that made the yarmulke people mad. And that's when he almost lost Wilding Out. He lost his spot on whatever that game show he was doing, that singing show, The Voice. And when he came back, now this is me in my conspiracy theory mind. That's when he came back, started making all them babies. I believe Nick Cannon was, they said, we're going to give you back your career if you go and you dismantle your community even more. And by doing that, that's when he went and made all them babies. Because let's be honest, the family structure is completely important in any community. The reason why the black community is so dismantled is because the fathers aren't in the home. Now we have the gender wars, and that just really put the nail in the coffin. Black women and black men do not like each other anymore. At first, this is my channel. I'm going to say what I want to say. I believe what I want to believe. I don't care what you say. Your opinion is appreciated, but that doesn't mean I'm going to, bend over and listen to you. But black men did not like black women, and black women loved black. No, black men did not like black women, and black women love black men. This is where you get, me and my husband talk about it all the time. if you remember back in the 90s, you remember all the 90s movies like How to Be a Player and all this stuff. Men were the players and women were always like at their mercy. Black men back then, even I remember being very young in school and them talking about um white girls were better. But back then it was because white girls give neck, white girls were better. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. White girls were better than black girls back then because black girls were not promiscuous. And for some reason, they said black girls didn't give neck. I don't know. I was way too young. But as we got older, I guess black girls started putting out more. So black men needed another reason as to why white women were better. So here we are. Let's fast forward all the way to 2024 or to 2020, whatever year you want to choose. The gender wars begin. And I'm going to tell you, the passport boys, bros, or whatever they're called, they spawned because black men were online saying how great white women were and others. But guess what happened in 2020? TikTok blew up. And on TikTok, we all got to see what the other side was like. We got to see what white women were like. We got to see what Asian women were like. We got to see what Latina women were like. Like we knew, but we didn't know. And guess what? Them chicks be having attitudes too. Like we all knew this, but we couldn't prove it. We could not prove it. But now, guess what? We can prove it. And they even came on and said it like, yo, what are y'all talking about? Like we have attitudes too. Like, so then it turned into Western women, modern women. And there spawned the gender wars with the modern woman because they couldn't just put it on black women anymore, having the biggest attitudes, and that's why we don't have a man, and yada yada yada. And also spawned the passport bros, where they were going to other countries to find submissive women. Can I be honest with you? Like, you're not gonna get a submissive woman if you're not a leader. You're not a leader. No woman in her right mind is gonna let you lead her into hell. Maybe I shouldn't say that because a lot of women, a lot of y'all black women out here are letting men lead y'all into hell. And I can't figure out why. Like, unless you're married, I get it. I get it. Marriage is not perfect. People try to like paint marriage as a fairy tale. I'm here to tell you, as someone who's been married for over a decade, marriage is not a fairy tale. Marriage is not perfect. So please get that out of your heads that you think you're going to get married and that it's going to be happily ever after. You might, I don't know, girl, but I'm just saying. For the rest of us, I just want you to look at both sides and let you know that marriage is work, just like any relationship is work. The only thing different about marriage is that you have a commitment. And because I'm Christian, I'm going to say you have a blessing from God. So that's my take on it. Ciao. I'm tired. Let's move on to the next video I wanted to show you guys. That's it about Nick and what's that dude's name? Cam. If I lost my train of thought, I am sorry. Like I said, I'm tired and I am hungry. But I really wanted to get this out because I've been procrastinating. I want to be more consistent making videos, but editing takes a lot of time. I said that in my last live that I accidentally deleted. I'm sorry. Like, people really enjoyed that one. I did too. I set that one up. So I was rambling less. But I deleted it because I didn't know what the heck I was doing in the back studio on YouTube. But I know a little bit more now.
Them, but y'all don't carry no shame. I think it's hella crazy how y'all get on here talking all this mess about single mothers and critiquing their choices to keep their children and shaming them, but y'all don't carry no shame for being at the clinic every other month. You don't carry no shame with popping Plan Bs like they candy. Like, let's be for real. I agree with the statement. If he don't want the baby, don't keep it. But what I don't agree with is women, and especially Black women, almost like normalizing putting permanent traumatic experiences on their body behind the sake of a man. Because both are traumatic experiences, giving birth and abortions. Like, I don't know why you hoes are trying to normalize that shit. How about instead of jumping straight to the clinic, you just wrap it up? Right? Or I know this is a lot for you freaky frogs. How about y'all just be celibate? The way they're banning abortions, baby, I feel like that's what the fuck should be advocating right now. Because a lot of you hoes are gonna be stuck with them babies. In some states, women can literally get up to 2 years if they are caught traveling to get abortions. 2 years in jail, bitch. You're gonna be in jail with your baby daddy. You and your baby. This is not funny, but like you're gonna go to jail, ho. So like, let's stop, throwing shade. Let's stop throwing rocks in a glass house.
And I agree. She said, you're going to be in jail with your baby daddy. Why the baby daddy in jail? What he doing? Oh my God. Y'all are funny out here, but I agree with her on some things. Just protect yourself, ladies. Like there's a level of accountability that women need to have, and they aren't having. They're like kind of like sweeping it under the rug. Same thing. Now, don't get me wrong when I say this, like equal rights. Like, yes, women deserve equal rights, but at the same time, like, we can't play the damsel in distress and want different rights. You know what I'm saying? We can't want privileges when it comes to certain things. If a man, this is how I think it should go, and I think it's like this in another country somewhere. I think that once a woman gets pregnant, a man should have a right to opt out. I think the time frame should be once she tells the man, I don't know what the time frame should be, but it should be early where the man has a right to say, I don't want this baby. He goes down to the courts or whatever it is and he signs over his rights, meaning that he has no responsibility to the child or whatever, since the mother is keeping it. And that's how it should be. And I believe if this would happen, I used to believe women wouldn't get pregnant, but now I just believe that women will go ahead and get the abortion. But yeah, I think there will be a lot less single mothers out here if that happens. And I believe it's the right thing, not this abortion, but it's the right thing to do. If women have a choice to whether they want a kid or not, messing up their lives or they're not ready, men should have the same rights. Like, I'm not ready. This is going to mess up my life. I think that's how it should be. And that's equal. That's fair. And that's my opinion. Because women get away with hell. And yes, a lot of men in our community are not accountable, but also a lot of women are in our community are not accountable too. It's like hand in hand. Let's play this video.
I'm going to put myself through a near-death experience by having a child in my womb
For 9 months.
Die. Okay? Whole body changing. shit
for the
going
rest
on.
of your life. For the rest of your life.
After I have your kid, I am stamped by your identity for the rest of my fucking life.
Mentally, physically.
In every way, shape, or form. Also, our bloodlines are connected. Also, I'm going to forever be known as your baby's mother. And that can also affect my stock and my value when it comes to moving on and moving forward. And it's taking so many years off of my life. And then it's like when you become a mother, like for me, I'm trying to get all this shit out my system because I know when I become a mom, I'm going to be locked.
Look at his face.
Fuck in.
And as most mothers should be. So it's like,
look at his face.
You gonna give me some type of sense of security, sense of commitment, because we connect in bloodline. So you mean to tell me?
Yeah, did you see the dude's face? He's like, shut up. And to me, I'm with him. I don't know why he's doing it, but why I'm saying shut up is the same reason. Like, if this man is not giving you a commitment up front, like, why are you busting it open for him? And then when you get pregnant, you want to blame him. For one, it's your reproductive system. He's doing what he wants with his reproductive system, which is taking a chance. Okay, y'all both taking chances. So at the end of the day, you cannot complain about the chance you took because this person doesn't want to do right with the chance they took, because y'all both have an opportunity to not have kids. He can strap up, and women, make these men strap up. Y'all don't want to strap up. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but when I was out there, uh every single time, and I had a boyfriend for 6 years, every single time, because I wasn't taking birth control. I took birth control one time and it blew me the hell up, and I said hell no. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I had it in my mind, like, if you want this raw, like, if you want this like this, like, you're gonna have to marry me. So like I said, I had a boyfriend for 6 years, and every single time, which was a lot, that we did to do, he had to put one on. So you thinking that you're not going to be able to keep a man because you make him wear protection, then guess what? That's not a man to be kept. That's not the man you want, because I'm here to tell you that yes, you can keep a man if you choose to use condoms. I don't know, maybe y'all need to work on other skills of how it is to keep a man, but I'm telling you, I had no problem with that at all. So anyways, especially if you don't trust him, I'm not saying I didn't trust my ex. I just was like, that was my thing. Like, if you want, one, I'm not getting pregnant. And two, if you want this to where, I might get pregnant, you're going to have to put a ring on it. So make sure there's a commitment before you like go all in with this person to where you're having sex with them, especially unprotected. Just make sure that there's a commitment. Don't wait till after you're pregnant to get all mad, or after you're in love, or after things hit a groove and the man's happy and all of a sudden you're unhappy and you want to change things. That's dumb. This is gonna be my last video right here. This dude, like, look at this dude's face. Who is giving this dude, like, he looks like the type of dude that has to take it. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know if you're a celebrity. I don't know who you are, but this dude right here looks like the type of dude that has to take it. Who is willingly giving this dude cookie? So y'all wild out here, and y'all want to blame the men, but women, y'all are wild out here, because no ma'am, not me, not I, said the cat. So let's see what he has to say.
Why do baby dads pick and choose what kids they want to raise?
Women are fucking delusional.
Wow.
You do know when you break up with that nigga, so does the kid. Like, y'all understand that, right? He doesn't owe you nothing. That man don't owe you shit. He don't owe the kid nothing. He don't owe you. He's in a relationship with both of y'all. If you and that man break up, that man and that kid break up, because if he goes and finds another family, his loyalty is to them, to the family he has, not the broken family he helped create, to the family he's trying to maintain. So I get it. I do get it. I understand. I swear to God, I do. People get upset because it's like, if you have kids over there and kids over here, why are you treating these kids over here better than the kids over there? So are you overall a bad dad?
Yes.
Nah. You
Yes,
a bad dad.
no,
it's
because
about perspective, bro. Hey, Quay, it's about perspective.
First of all, most of the time when these baby daddies are being complained about, they're not even with anybody. They're not with any of their baby mothers. So nice try by saying they're trying to build a new family. No.
Cool. Can you access?
Ooh, child. Yeah, he's wild for that one. Like, who says that? Like, a lot of men do it. I'm glad he said it out loud, because then maybe some of y'all will get the point. A lot of men do that. Like, if they're not with the woman, they're not with the child. And that's just how it is. Like, men are not like women. I'm trying to tell y'all out here. I said it before in my last live. Like, men are not women. We are two different creatures sometimes, it seems. Women are very emotional. We're nurturing. Men are very territorial. You know, they're kind of bring the hammer down type of thing. It has to do with leading. Not saying that these men are out here leading. I'm just telling you the difference to when it comes to the matters of the heart. A man is only going to protect and love what benefits him, what's part of his kingdom. Now, I know, like, you want him to think that because he made his baby with you, that you should still be a part of it. Do you guys remember the story where the baby mama didn't want to invite the wife to the birthday party, so the husband chose not to go? Yeah, it's like that. That's his wife, she's part of his kingdom. You're not anymore. And the child, yes, he wants to be there for his child, but if you make it hard for a man to be there for his child, he is going to cut ties. It's going to be easier for him to cut ties. You as a woman can't fathom it, which I don't know how, because a lot of y'all be out here cutting ties with your unborn babies. But he's going to cut ties with it. So don't make it difficult for a man to see his child. You're always going to have them creeps. You're always going to have those busters, those dusties. But that's why you have to protect yourself in the beginning. Don't lay down with a dusty. Get to know him. If he doesn't want to stick around and let you get to know him, then that's red flag. Don't bust it open. Now, if you just want to go out there and have relations with people unattached, go ahead and do that. But a lot of y'all think that because if y'all put the cookie on him, that's going to make him stay, or then you're proven wrong. But you do it from the next guy to the next guy to the next guy. I actually know a woman like that. Like, she has all these baby daddies, and she literally tried to keep them by having a baby. And I'm like, if that didn't work the first, second, third time, then why are you trying this a fourth time? But old habits die hard. So that's what men think. Pay attention to that crazy looking dude. Pay attention to that crazy looking man on screen, because I'm telling you that that's how a lot of men think. So guard your hearts, guard your vaginas, ladies. I'm going to get up out of here. Hubby should be home soon. I just want to play this funny video that I saw. Got a baby shower. Let's end it on a funny note. Oh, my bad, y'all. I don't know why this makes me no. Who told you to play ball in lemon pepper steppers? She chose wrong. And it's a boy. Yo, homegirl chose wrong. I'm sorry. Hopefully her baby, she has like an uncle or something. Hopefully the baby has an uncle or something to help him because the pops, nah, son. You wearing lemon pepper steppers. This is oh my god, this is funny to me. He just laid there like, get up. I would have got up so fast. I would have got up so fast, man. And act like nothing happened. What this is saying? All right, y'all. I am out of here. Let me go start dinner. And I'll catch you guys on the next replay. Bye.